Hello, you guys. I was feeling very playful today, so I put some butterfly clips in my hair. It's very like 90s, early 2000s. I took a shower last night and then I forgot to sleep with my like little bonnet on thing. And so my hair is just kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it beach wave. It's like frizzy hair gel beach wave, whatever. Anyways, I was loving it. I woke up and I was like, it was meant to be. So I decided butterfly clips were a necessity and everything else was just going to happen today. Yeah. So, no tarot cards today. This is a channeled message, and I've been sitting on this for a little bit since last night. And I woke up a couple times in the middle of the night last night, like thinking about this topic too. So I wonder if you guys struggled with like sleeping last night or maybe waking up and you just had a lot on your mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything stressful. Maybe it was, but just lots of stuff on your mind, lots of processing, lots of percolating you're doing up there, right? And so maybe you're feeling a little restless, or maybe you're feeling just like there's just so many things on your mind, so many things to plan for, so many things to do, so many things to be excited about, so many things to hopefully not worry about, but maybe that's sprinkled in there a little bit. I don't know. At one point I was like, should I journal and diary about this? Because usually when I do that, it like gets all of my feelings and all my thoughts off of my brain. And even if it's not processed or handled, I do that and then I just feel better and I can go to sleep. But I didn't do that. So here we are with the channeled message. All right, I got both my earbuds in, ready to go. Yay. All right, so let's start off. This is a collective message, so leave what does not resonate with you, okay? Because not every single thing is going to be exactly down to the specifics for your life and what's happening. As a collective, we are all going through very similar things, but as one person, for example, one person might be going through a breakup while one person's going through a job change, or one person is moving into a new place that they don't want to move to maybe, and another person is having to downsize their car or exchange their car for a car that they really weren't hoping for, whatever. So we're all going through things, but they may not be the exact thing, right? Cool. There are going to be some of you guys that overlap and you're going to be like, no way, you're going through exactly what I'm going through, because this collective is larger than just 20 people, guys. Like I'm hearing this collective is like between 100 to 200,000 people. Sounds like a lot, but still on the global like scheme of everything, or global scale, on the global scale of everything, it's still pretty small, guys. But that's what makes you so special, because you go through all of it just so you can like rise to the top and be a leader and a role model for others. But you have to go through the crazy chaos yourself so you can like lead through that, demonstrate through that, right? So that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. I feel like my left earbud is going to be the one that's trying to jump out today. It definitely feels like it's this one already. So maybe it's because I'm like twisted and turned. I am on a hill. You guys know when I have the video over here, it's usually because I'm parked on a hill, and the parking spots are all variable from where I park. So I guess that's kind of a given if I park in different spots, right? Yeah, I don't have like labeled parking. It's street parking. So we all have to like fight for our spots. So this is the spot I'm at today. Yay. What else? What's the tune? What is the tune of this message? The message is, I'm just going to shoot out the words I'm hearing right now. Forgiveness, rest, abundance, love. Love. I don't know if this is going to be a love reading. It doesn't feel like it's going in that direction, but we'll see how it goes and plays out. I'm feeling like whoever you are, my earbud's already trying to come out. I can feel it. So whatever I'm going to say, already pre-confirmed or affirmed. Whoever you are, you might still be struggling with receiving compliments, receiving gifts, receiving love, receiving forgiveness, even if it's receiving it from yourself. Maybe you're the one who needs to forgive yourself, or maybe you're struggling with accepting forgiveness from somebody else that is giving you that forgiveness, but you just don't feel like, there it is. Yep. You don't feel valued. You don't feel like you deserve that forgiveness. And you feel like the things you've gone through now, the effort and inner work and the shadow work that you've done recently, this past year, what I'm hearing, specifically more like 6 months, but that you feel like you're in such a different place from when this event that you're looking for forgiveness happened. Does that make sense? So a thing happened, an event happened, maybe you said something, you did something, whatever it is. And whether it's you needing to forgive yourself or you needing to receive forgiveness and accept forgiveness from others, you are struggling with feeling like you are worthy of that acceptance, of that forgiveness. And it's slowing down and it's keeping you at bay. It's keeping the gifts and the abundance that's coming in, like the big ones coming in, it's keeping them at bay right now. Because if you're struggling to receive things like compliments, forgiveness, gifts, advice, money, whatever it is that you're struggling, maybe it's all of the above, you are, I don't know if that was spirit or not, but I got the song All of the Above. I'm not even gonna try to sing it, guys. It's like, yeah, anyways, it's in my head. You guys know the song? All the above, all the above. Okay, anyways, yeah, let me not sidetrack. But you are struggling, you may be struggling to fully embrace this new place that you're in. Because, like, you know you're worthy of these things. Yeah, earbud. You know you're worthy of these things, of these gifts, the abundance, the forgiveness. And you know that, like, where you are now today, presently, as you sit here and listen to this video and watch this, like, you know that you have amazing things coming towards you and that you've put in the work and that you are deserving. But that past self, that past mentality, that past mindset of whatever this thing is that happened that needs to be forgiven or that you need to accept forgiveness for, you weren't in this mindset and state. You weren't in this place of feeling worthy and accepting of love and help and money and forgiveness. You were very much in an isolated, I can do it myself, I'll do it for myself, and then like hiding hermit mode because of fear of your shadows that were coming out. And as you started to do the inner shadow work, as one does when they do their shadow work, the shadows come up and they start to appear and start to surface more so because you're putting energy, effort, and focus onto them to work with them. So as that was happening, all of your shadows were starting to come out and you were like, oh my gosh, wait, I didn't know it was this bad. Okay, I didn't know I was this ugly. I didn't know I was this horrible of a person, which you're not, but that's what you felt and thought back then. Whoever your beautiful soul is that I'm speaking to, that's what you thought. And you carried that piece attached to this thing, whatever this thing is about this forgiveness, this receiving, like receiving forgiveness specifically, but receiving gifts, receiving an apology, receiving, maybe it is an apology. Maybe it's somebody else. And maybe you're struggling to receive the apology and genuinely forgive this other person in this event. But either way, whenever this thing was over here in your past, 6 months to a year ago, you carried that attachment of not worthy enough or not willing to receive, and you carried it here. And although you've done this other work now, and now you're like, okay, I'm standing in my light, I've done my shadow work. Not that one's ever done with it. We always have shadows to work with, and it's always a journey of healing and growing, always. But you've done that work in that area, so like you feel strong and empowered here and now, but that still kind of got attached and brought here. So you might still feel very aligned and empowered where you're at, but that piece of forgiveness, that piece of receiving that you might be struggling with right now, is delaying, not keeping you from, not taking away and removing, but delaying the gifts and abundance that are flowing to you, because you're already seeing and feeling them coming in. But I'm talking about this huge, like, this big moment, this like, whoa, your life just drastically changes. Like right now, trickling changes are happening, and it seems to be like ever changing. A new door is opening every day for you. But I'm talking about like a double door opening. Like, why am I hearing cruise liner? I don't know. Like you're like, I don't know, something big, like a big thing is happening in your life. And that is still kind of at a standstill right now because of the energy that is around you or that you're putting out about still not feeling fully worthy or that you can receive. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an apology or accept forgiveness from yourself. That's what I'm hearing right now. So maybe a lot of you guys resonate with that, and I'd love to know. And if you do resonate with that, you can put that in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you guys and how this message specifically you feel like is pertaining to you. But whatever it is that you are struggling with receiving, could be struggling to receive advice or help. Yeah, advice or help. If you are still embodying even just a portion of that energy that's like, okay, I'm good here, I've worked on these things, I know that I'm stronger here, I know that, like, I'm more accepting of myself, and I'm worthy of love, and I'm worthy of respect, and I'm worthy of energy and time and all of these things, but you're still like, oh, but in this area I'm not, but everywhere else I am. It's like, then you still have this blockage. Then you still have this abundance blockage that is keeping you from genuinely receiving any and all things that are trying to come into you. Okay? Why do I keep having this, like, I swear I don't have a cold anymore, guys, but when I do these readings, something keeps popping up. Is it something that I need to say? I don't know. That's a personal thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. And if it is, I'll tell you guys, because I'm truly authentically here. If I have something that resonates, I will tell you. But I'm trying to figure out, maybe something about a throat blockage, maybe something about throat chakra, something you need to speak up about. Maybe you need to, even if it's just writing, but speaking it out and writing it, like saying, I am worthy. Positive affirmations. There we go. I am worthy of receiving whatever that is, because I'm also a giver, and because I've learned to selflessly give and with no anticipation of receiving anything back in return. I give because I love, because I want to give. And because I know I'm that person inside of me, I'm also deserving of receiving for that same energy. Receiving and not feeling like I have to be this thing or I have to give something back in order to receive. I already am that. And maybe that's what you need to start saying to yourself. I feel like my throat instantly cleared up as soon as I said that out loud. But yeah, there's something that is standing in the way of some of the big shifts in your life that are already coming towards you. So sit with that. Maybe, yeah. Maybe this would be time to, I'm hearing like an audio message or video, like video yourself, do a video diary, an audio message if you're like not feeling like you want to watch yourself talk. I don't know. Some people love doing that. Some people don't. But I'm hearing that doing some sort of vocal work. Lots of, yeah, we got the ohms and the hums. So lots of humming, vibrational attunement, your body, like aligning that in the chakras. You guys are free. Go look it up. I wish I was a little bit more knowledgeable on this as of right now, right off the top of my head, but I practice it myself too. I don't remember exactly which om or hum is directly correlated with each chakra. So go ahead and look that up, because there are different ones and how to do that. But I am very much into vibrational healing. Maybe you guys have seen some of my other videos where I've talked about the book that I'm currently reading of vibrational medicine and healing, and just very much into that. But something about that is speaking it out, doing something, vibrational healing, the ohms, the hums, sitting with that, meditating, getting that blockage out, vibrational medicine, healing, breaking through that blocked energy. But then on top of that, speaking to yourself, maybe in a video diary or an audio, where you just vent. It doesn't have to ever be shared with anybody. That can just be for you. And if you feel like for whatever reason you don't want that on your phone afterwards, after you record it, then delete it. It doesn't have to be there, right? There's nothing that's holding you accountable to these things outside of yourself. You hold yourself accountable, and then you help yourself heal through those things. Nobody can do that for you. Tough love, sending so much love, but nobody can do that for you. All right. They can tell you they forgive you. They can tell you they love you. They can give you help or money, but you have to be the one who's willing to receive it. You have to be willing to take the work, the internal work that you need to do that allows you to be in a place of receiving and accepting. So doing that, part of the inner work isn't just sitting with self and meditating and being silent and thinking about things. That's a lot of it, but Also, screaming, yelling. There we go. Screaming, yelling, getting your voice out. You are meant to be heard. And sometimes your own apology to yourself or your own words of affirmation need to be heard by yourself. I'm feeling both earbuds wanting to come out right now. Double earbud confirmation, okay? For whoever you are, you know. I know that you can feel this. You need to get something out that is gatekeeping the abundance flow that is about to pour in. Everything's trickling in. Like I said, it's coming through the cracks. It's seeping in. You're seeing these awesome, great things happening in your life. More things are changing and the positive for you. Things are becoming easier or more fluid for you. Things are becoming more clear for you. But this blockage, earbud, this blockage is definitely something that you are needing to work on within yourself. And it has a lot to do with forgiveness and receiving. However you take that, take it as you will, how it pertains to you and resonates with you. But video diarying, yeah. Or audioing. I need to stop making different audio message, audio record yourself, video record yourself and your words to get out what you feel. Just, you don't have to have a starting point. It doesn't have to be scripted. It doesn't have to be these perfect little words. Just, I don't know. Let me throw out this crazy example because I'm hoping this doesn't, nose edge. I'm hoping this doesn't pertain to any of you guys, but maybe it does. So I'm going to throw out a crazy one. Maybe you slashed an ex's tires. Maybe they did something hurtful to you and you just, you slashed their tires and you did something that that wasn't so. Why am I getting an earbud confirmation? You guys are spicy if that's what you're doing. Oh my goodness. I tried to use the craziest example. Okay, so somebody hurt you. All right, you slashed their tires. You went all Carrie Underwood on them and you're like, ah! And maybe you didn't get caught. Maybe nothing happened like that. I mean, you didn't get caught by police. Nothing illegal happened. But like now you're struggling to forgive yourself because the place you stand now is like, I would never damage somebody's property. I would never go after them and lash out. Like I'm hurt by them and what they did, but I would never do that now. And so you feel like ashamed that you did that. And even though it's time past, and you've worked on yourself and you've said, I no longer will do those things and you haven't repeated those patterns or behaviors and you've worked on yourself in every other area. And you've done all of this inner work, you have this like shame attached to something that you did do. And these tires that are slashed, it's like that it was such a shadow moment for yourself coming out and you seeing that and you perceiving like, oh, that's within me. So how do I learn to, chills, that's within me. I'm capable of causing that damage and that hurt and that pain and reacting that way. So how can I learn that part of myself and work with that part of myself so that way I'm not just pushing it aside, bottling up and letting it fester until those moments happen again in my life, because you are going to be triggered again and people are going to hurt you again. So bottling that up, that's what you were doing and suppressing it, or maybe just not even being aware that it was there until these random moments where they would burst out. So you might be sitting with this feeling of shame. That makes me really sad and I have chills all over again. Oof. I'm sending so much love to you, because even though you know that the action and behavior that you did was not in the best light and was probably not the best decision to do, it happened. It's the past. It already happened. You did it, but you looked at yourself. You looked at those behaviors and you said, I am no longer going to do that or be that person or respond that way. So what can I do to help myself not be triggered in that way? And what can I do to help align myself with the motions, the reactions, the motions and the emotions. So the things you feel, but also the things that you do, your physical actions and what the behaviors you do, the actions that you take after that. How can I align those into something that I do want to be and who I am, who I know I can be inside, but I'm letting my shadows rise up. So you did all of that inner work and now you're at this beautiful place where your light is glowing and shining and you've worked with your shadows. You don't suppress them. You know that they're there and you work with them and you see them pop up in moments where you're like, I could slash a tire or two. I could slash all four of them. But you don't, and you send love to that person and you move on. But the thing is, if you still haven't genuinely forgiven yourself for that action, for those things that you did, and again, this was just an example. I'm not saying you went and slashed people's tires, but whatever it was, however big or small that you feel it was, offer yourself that forgiveness. Record yourself, give yourself this diary of just letting it out. Maybe you need to just fully admit and take full accountability. I did that. Yeah, this person hurt me. And don't get defensive. Maybe they cheated on you. In this example, maybe they cheated on you and they hurt you really bad. It's less about defensiveness. It's about self. It's about inner work. I was hurt. I statements. I was hurt. I reacted out of anger and pain. I went to somebody else's possessions, vehicle, car, and I decided to angrily and hurtfully slash their tires to get revenge because that felt like that was the best option in that moment. But now I've realized that revenge isn't the best option. Karma does that work for me. I don't need to do that. I don't have to look at it as revenge or like I have to do those things anymore. I can look at myself and say, you know what, that person hurt me, but there's nothing I could do to change what they did to hurt me. I can accept that they did, and I can move on and look for bigger and better. And by doing that, I have to create bigger and better within myself. And I have to not subject myself to those shadows that those people were sharing with me, that they were putting upon me from their own shadows. Does that make sense? So like a self-diary thing, it doesn't have to be this well-scripted thing. It's just get it out. Take accountability for the thing that you did, because by fully taking accountability, I don't care what this person did. They could have done the most heinous thing, and I'm not even going to say it out there and throw it out. They could have done the most heinous thing to you. And was it okay that you went and slashed their tires? No, it was not. So you take full accountability. It was not okay that I behaved this way. It was not okay that I said these things. It was not okay that I took this action. I recognize that I did, chills again. I recognize that I did take this action. And I'm not going to give myself any reasoning or defense mechanisms around why I did it. It was not okay. Despite what this other person did, it was not okay what I did. And I am going to love myself through those moments because I experienced the darkest shadow of myself. I have decided to learn to love all aspects of myself and work with them together to create and align myself in the best possible, highest self that I can be. And as you continue to say things like that, and as you make this video or this audio recording, you start to come to a deeper understanding within self. You start to fully accept the shadows and the dark sides that you maybe once lived more in. We always have our shadows. Just because you're living in your light doesn't mean you don't have shadows, my dear. We all have shadows. All of us. We all do. So it's not that you're, all of a sudden, I'm enlightened and I'm perfect now, but I wasn't then. No, we are all imperfect. Why did I just bite my tongue? I just bit my tongue. We are all imperfect, but we are all perfectly imperfect. And as you work through your imperfections, you start to feel more aligned with yourself and who you are. You feel more established with yourself. You build that self-esteem. You build that empowerment. You build that confidence within yourself. You build that knowledge and deep knowing that you are capable of getting through tough things and also doing it with the most grace and poise possible as you continue to keep working through your shadows and through these moments that you might still have shame tied to. Wow, upper lip is already sweating, and it's actually pretty decently cold outside, so not weather related. This is just a very powerful message. I need to breathe after that one. Whoa, guys. Whoa. So, take the time to love on yourself, to take full accountability for the things that you might still feel shame towards. Write it out. Speak it out. Confirmation burp. Speak it out. Record yourself. It can be so healing. It can be so healing to just look at yourself or hear your own voice or look at your own words and know that you put in that effort to do the inner work, to work on the shadows, to work on the things that you might still have shame tied to. Girl, double earbuds. And it is so healing. And as you continue to go through this healing process, you start to feel more light, more like physically light, like your body's not carrying that weight anymore, that burdens that you don't need to carry. You may have done this thing, or maybe somebody did something to you, but like you're carrying that weight with you right now. You don't need to carry that. It's not yours to carry anymore. Sit with it for a second, release it, let it go, and let the abundance flow. All right, let it go, let it flow. That's the energy that's coming into you guys, okay? It's coming towards you guys. It's coming, like, this is the era you guys are stepping into. And forgiveness and learning to receive forgiveness, receive help, receive advice, receive money, receive friendship. I know whoever I'm speaking to right now deeply resonates with being an independent person. They love to be alone. I know you love to be alone. I know you love to hermit. I know you love to have your inside house time. Like, you might call yourself like an introverted extrovert. Like, you can be outside and like fit in with all the people and all the personalities and do all the things for a short period of time. And it seems like you're an expert at it. Like, you just fit with everybody, with every type of person for short periods of time. And then you like need to take like a month or two break from all social events. You're like, all right, cool. I went to your barbecue for an hour with all of your cousins and family and neighbors and all these people. Someone this resonates with. But now I need to like lock up for the next 2 months. So see you guys after that. That's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting from you guys. But with that vibe that you have, fall into that. If you like to isolate and be more alone, fall into that for that time frame to do the inner work, to work on the things that you might still be feeling shame or shadows around. And words. But don't hide yourself away. Don't hermit so hard that you never meet people and nobody ever comes around you to be able to receive that help that you're supposed to be receiving and the abundance you're supposed to be receiving. Okay? Because yes, you are abundance, my dear. You are the embodiment of it, and it flows to you in every single possible way. And even if you are still hermiting, like the little cute crab that you are, I see your cute little house. It's all put together and everything on your back, and you just carry it with you wherever you go so you can hide when you want to and come out when you're ready. But whatever is happening with that, you are keeping yourself, you're gatekeeping yourself from meeting new people. Maybe the love of your life, this new love that's coming in, that's going to love you for all parts of you and help you grow as you've been doing for others and they haven't been doing back for you. You might be missing out on that. I'm not saying just because you go in your house for a day means you're going to miss out. Oh, too bad. Tuesday was the day. You guys missed out. You decided to stay home on Tuesday, so you missed the love of your life. That's not how this works, guys. But I'm just saying, don't forever hermit. Don't forever be always in working on inner work and shadow work. Whoever you are, you might be doing so much inner work and shadow work, then that's amazing and great and so beautiful about you. But also find that balance to also step outside, to physically go meet with people, to physically go reach out to new communities, or even if it's just online, guys. Like, literally, there's so many areas and avenues to meet people and open up doors for you that you might be standing in your own way to. You have to open up your own first bedroom door and your house door to go meet these other doors and other people. So with love, I'm sending a lot of love because I know this is hard. I know this is a very deep message. And for some of you guys, this might be emotional to talk about and work through, and that's okay. The emotions and releasing those out is part of the healing process. So don't bottle them up. If you feel angry and you need to scream in a pillow, do it. If you want to cry and be a little bit feeling like a victim in that moment, just so you can process what happened, those things you need to forgive yourself for, then that's okay. And then say, okay, you know what? Put on my crown. I cried, I got it out. I was hurt. I did some not so good things that I'm not super proud of. But you know what? I'm proud of myself for recognizing those things that I did and then putting in the work to be where I'm at now. That's what I'm proud of, and that's what matters. So give yourself that recognition and celebrate when you do recognize those things that you want to work on, and definitely celebrate once you've started working through them and you're starting to embody a new version of you, because this new version of you is highly aligned, is highly like living in your purpose and in your light. So whatever shadows you're carrying with you, whatever shame, whatever lack mentality that you are carrying with you is hindering this leveling up, this growing, this alignment. Only a tiny bit, but still is. So take that time to dive deep into self. Don't overdo it. You don't need to spend weeks on end hidden in the house, journaling and video recording, but maybe just take 10 minutes today. Maybe just take a couple minutes every day this week to just remind yourself of the things that you're grateful for, what you have now, both internally, what you've worked on and things, but also the outward things. Start to practice gratefulness, gratitude every day of the things that you have, and start to be grateful for the work that you've been putting in. And the things that you did that you may not be happy about that you did before, be happy that you recognize that they weren't the best. Be happy that you recognize that. So many people don't take accountability and don't recognize it or turn a blind eye to it purposefully or not. Maybe they're not as self-aware and they just didn't see that they hurt somebody that bad. But you did. You're different. You noticed the actions or the lack of actions that you did or did not take that hurt other people, that didn't need to happen, and that you may have been living more in your shadows when you did that. Yeah, I feel like I'm repeating this, but that it needs to be heard. Somebody needs to hear that, and it's okay, because you are full of love and light. That you are the embodiment of love, light, and abundance. So clear out the old musty energy that you carried along from your past about a year ago, and allow yourself to let it go. Take accountability for what it was. Acknowledge that it wasn't in your best moments, and that you've learned and grown from it, and that you haven't repeated it again. I would hope you guys haven't slashed more tires. I don't think you have. You guys are a cool collective. I mean, you might have the thought, because that also makes you cool, but you didn't do it. You didn't take the action. Again, that's what makes you guys different, is that you have those thoughts. We all have our dark shadows that come up, but do you act on them? And do you consistently perpetuate them? Do you keep doing those things? Or do you recognize, that would be fun on an MTV show, but not really fun or good in life to do, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to find a healthier way to process this and heal through it. That's who you are now. And it's okay if you have the thoughts. It's okay if you have the desire and the want to be like, that I needed to I needed to slash all 4 of their tires. I needed to do all 4. I wish I would. No, you're not in that place. And I'm so glad you're not. You have grown and leveled up so much, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys. Yeah, just sending so much love, because this is a hard one. I sent with so much love and tough love, but I think that's what was keeping me up. Yep, confirmation. It was keeping me up, and another earbud in the middle of the night last night, just thinking about things that we could redo. Someone needed to hear this. Things that you want to redo, and the way to redo them is to relive them and reanimate them in your present now. We don't go back and change it, and you can't change that, but you can learn from it and you can redo it now. Because remember, life is a spiral. We're going to come back around to that same trigger point. We might be a little bit further removed from it, but you're going to keep coming back to it. So you're going to have time to repeat it and do it different. Okay? Love you guys. If you made it this far in the message, it was absolutely for you, because this was a tough one to listen to and be in. So if you made it here, just send a little heart emoji, just something cute and sweet, a little heart emoji, because we're sending love. And it takes a lot of self-love and acceptance to work through those things, to be willing to forgive, whether it's yourself or forgive somebody else, to be willing to accept and receive love, money, time, effort, energy, friendships from people. It's very hard. And it takes a lot of inner work, and you've been doing that. So little heart emoji at the bottom. And I'd love to know how this resonated with you guys. Are you guys feeling any like sleep issues? Have you guys been noticing any differences in your sleep patterns and napping, maybe taking naps in the middle of the day? Are you feeling more restless? I'd love to know. Love to support you, because in this fam, we support each other. We love each other. And that's what this is for. So thank you guys for those who are following and subscribing. Sending so much love. I love you guys. I love watching our community, our family grow and build and just become this strong nation of leaders and warriors that we are cultivating here. Earbud confirmation. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.